Hey peeps, Gamer Drag here. Welcome back to Satisfactory. We've got everything we need to complete our particle enrichment. So let's dump all of that now into... Oh, well, I thought we had everything. I need more turbo motors. I miscalculated. However, we do have those turbo motors. I'll just go and grab them. Okay. Final turbo motors, and that is it. We have unlocked phase 4. No, we haven't.
Milestone reached. The particle accelerator enables previously impossible processes, such as recycling nuclear waste and converting it into plutonium, as well as the generation of exotic matter. A new project part enables progress to the next phase.
Okay, so let's have a look. What am I looking at here? Particle enrichment. Now, I think we're going to have to create nuclear power because I believe, look at this, power usage, lots of megawatts in the description there. So that's going to be something that we need to think about. But initially what we do need to worry about is creating the magnetic field generator, because that is the next thing on our phase 4 progression. Now, the magnetic field generator takes batteries, so we are going to have to go down the battery route. These other two items, no problem, but we need 40,000 batteries in order to do that, which is going to be fun to say the least. So that is something we're going to have to do. For the rest of it, which are also names I've forgotten, tier 8, the nuclear pasta we know about, sort of, a thermal propulsion rocket. That just takes stuff we're already producing. So I'm not actually even going to create a manufacturing line for that, because I don't know if we're going to need these in the future or not, and this series is all about just getting from the beginning to the end, and that means completing phase 4 at the moment, until the next version of Satisfactory comes out. This is an early access game, let's not forget. So I was just going to set up a manufacturer with 4 storage containers and fill the storage containers with the stuff manually and produce an output. That is fine, we can do that. It's the nuclear pasta that is going to be the interesting one for us. So that's made in a particle accelerator, and the particle accelerator, I know from watching other videos and reading, it takes a lot of power. So we're almost certainly going to have to create a power plant, a nuclear power plant, which we can do now because I wanted this phase, because I now believe we can do one about creating nuclear waste. I'm not 100% sure yet how we do that, but we will figure it out. It's not a problem. Right, so that is the plan. First of all, batteries, and then, yeah, we'll do this in order. So we're going to go for these generators first. So the fuse framework, versatile framework, we have a factory producing that. I will go and check it's switched on. We're producing those now, so it really is just the batteries. Batteries, there we are, take sulfuric acid, which can be done in a refinery. Okay. Or a blender. Hang on a sec, what's this? That is sulfuric acid, so we need 8 sulfuric acid to produce sulfuric acid. I suppose that's if we want to create that. Okay, at the moment we don't. We just want this. So water's no problem. Sulfur is no problem. We've had sulfur for a long time. And a refinery. Okay, so we can produce that. Fine. And we need to make more of this solution. So we're going to have to find some more bauxite. And I think we'll go with this recipe because it takes less of everything and doesn't produce silica. We don't need silica. So that's convenient. Right. That's doable. Battery. And the casing, well, we got that. That's not a problem. And it also produces water. Right. Time to go and think about stuff here. And certainly time to find another node of bauxite. Okay, I'll be back once I've found some. Okay folks, well I've found this bauxite node, pure node, which is just behind the factory. As you can see, our factory's over there. And I can hear running water over here. So I think, yeah, look, we should be able to get water from around here somewhere. Oh, look at that. Okay. Yeah. We'll easily be able to pump up some water up here. And so what I'm going to do is create a small factory here, just creating the alumina solution. Yeah, so I'm going to clear this area, and I'm going to go and get some obelisk to do that, I think, and just yeah, chuck that around and see what happens. Okay, folks, well, I've dumped some obelisk around. Let's see what happens. Okay. Maybe I should have dumped a bit more. That's a bit better. Okay, I think a chainsaw might be quicker though. So, give me a moment, I'll clear this area. Well, I've cleared a lot of the area. One of the problems I'm facing at the moment is these trees here are not accessible. All of those you just can't get rid of, which is less than helpful. And these flowers as well, don't seem to be able to get rid of those. Even when you chainsaw something close by, it doesn't get rid of them. So we're stuck with those as is, but we've got a bit of room. And so what I'm going to do is build our solution factory here. Okay, here we go. Okay peeps, so we've got 2 water extractors down there feeding our refinery. We have our bauxite here feeding the refinery. So the one refinery is taking 200 bauxite, 200 water, and turning it into 240 alumina solution, which is then being extracted out into 2 packages, each which take 120, so that's our 240. We've got empty canisters on the belt. It's being packaged up and is being shipped off. That's the return of the empty canisters. So if we zoom on over to here, at the moment I'm taking it over to the base by belt, and I can just about make this. Okay, so it's coming in. it's being unpackaged. Again, 120. 2 of them is 240, and the empty canisters being sent back. And here is our pipeline with our alumina solution in it, and it doesn't do anything yet. So that's the first part of our setup. Now we need to get sulfuric acid, I think it was it? Battery, let's have a look. Battery, alumina solution, sulfuric acid, yeah. So that is going to take sulfur and water. So I'm going to do a similar sort of setup. Let's see if we can find some sulfur nearby. No. Oh, very much no. Okay, a long way that way. And totally the two opposite directions. Brilliant. Okay, I'll go and see what's over there first of all and see what that's going to take to bring that over here. Holy smokes beeps, that was tricky. I now have, let's go into photographic mode, a very janky setup there, which has a Mark II miner on a sulfur node. We have some water coming from that stretch of water just below, being pumped up there, and then the sulfuric acid coming out of those and being piped all the way across this very janky setup. But it'll do for now. It's going all the way across there, coming up the same way that our quartz comes up. Oh look, we'll be able to get a purple slug. Let's grab this, because they're always useful. Yeah, the pipe. That is actually the pipe, I think. No, it's... blimey. Hang on, there it is. It's coming up this side, it's coming up here. Just on the edge of this rock. That's right. It's coming up across there and going into our factory at about the same place the quartz goes in. Into there. Now it's not going anywhere yet. It basically ends at that point. But we can now easily get it from there to wherever we need in the factory. Right, let's try again then. So what we're trying to do, we've got the sulfuric acid, we have the alumina solution, we've got those being produced. It's going to produce water. Now, how do we get rid of waste water? That is a question. That is a question I'm not sure what the answer to is yet. We could package it up and put it in a sink, but that would mean having to continually produce packaging. I wish there was a way to dump water back out into the environment. I can understand why we don't want to be dumping sulfuric acid out, but if we can pump water from the environment, surely we should be able to dump it back out to the environment. Alright, I'm going to go and have to think. Well peeps, I think we've got it. I've got the solutions coming up here, being fed into the blender, which is now, now producing batteries. So we've got 30 wastewater a minute. The way I'm dealing with that currently is by bringing plastic up here as well, putting it through a constructor to make empty packages, canisters. The wastewater is going out into the packager, which will be, I can't remember if I set it up, I have set it up, reducing water, which is being chucked into a sink, so we can get rid of it, and as long as we don't run out of plastic, we'll be alright. So this is our batteries. At last we have batteries being made at a rate of 20 a minute, so that should be okay. Well, we've got 18 already, so that takes care of that aspect of it. There's quite a big setup for this because we've got the waste to deal with as well. I'm sure there's more efficient ways of doing this, but this has taken forever to do, having to get both these solutions produced and run across the map and up here. So I'm going to call it there for this one. We've got our batteries being produced, which we needed for... Did we need it for our generator? I'm sure we need it for our generators. Why else would we be doing it? Yeah, okay. So we need it to produce this. So we'll be able to do that in the next episode. Now, as I said, for these up here, I'm not going to automate the factories. I will create a manufacturer somewhere, which we will fill up with the batteries and also fill up with power shards to make it run pretty quickly, and we'll get all of that produced fairly rapidly. But I'm just going to leave this run now for a little while so that we can store up our batteries. So folks, as always, if you've enjoyed, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. It does help me out. Oh, lag, wow. And we will see you next time in Satisfactory, where we'll be almost at the end of the progression, I think. Oh no, we won't. That nuclear pasta is going to take a little bit of effort to produce. Yeah, maybe a few more episodes before we get there. Alright folks, until then, take care, see you soon. Bye now.